This video was made possible by Storyblocks. Click the link in the description below for an exclusive 7-day free trial and download professional footage, photos, vector graphics, and more for your next project. We humans have always had a fascination with the idea that perhaps we're not alone in the universe. As far back as ancient Greece, we have records of philosophers considering the existence of an infinite universe populated with countless other civilizations. If we simply look at the probability of other life forms existing somewhere in the depths of outer space, it's apparent that we should be one of tens of thousands of civilizations in the Milky Way alone. But to this day, despite all our searching, we have yet to find any evidence of extraterrestrial life. One potential explanation for this lack of evidence is the possibility that humans simply aren't advanced enough to detect the existence of other civilizations. When astronomers probe the void of space searching for life, they're not looking for a planet full of little green men, but rather for the telltale signs of advanced technology. When considering what kinds of technology these extraterrestrials would have, scientists group their civilizations into 3 overarching types based on their energy consumption: Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3. This grouping is known as the Kardashev Scale, and it offers a useful, if speculative, tool for classifying extraterrestrial civilizations. A Type 1 civilization is characterized by its ability to harness the entirety of its home planet's resources, from fossil fuels to geothermal energy to wind. Essentially anything their planet does that produces energy, a Type 1 civilization can control and harness. A Type 2 civilization has graduated from the tiny amounts of energy a planet can provide and has moved on to harness 100% of the energy of their mother star. This energy is used to power massive machines and space vessels. When a Type 2 civilization eventually exhausts the power of their star, they move on to Type 3, harnessing the power of billions of stars over an entire galaxy. Technology at this level would be so advanced that we humans would most likely be unable to comprehend it. So, where do humans fall on this scale? Well, technically we're not even on the scale. Humanity has achieved about 70 to 75% of Type 1 status, so we're still classified as Type 0. However, many scientists predict that we will achieve Type 1 status within a century or so. This transition will be one of the most significant steps in human history, and there are people alive today who might live to see it. So, what will the Type 1 version of humanity look like? While speculation varies from person to person, most experts agree that a Type 1 civilization would be a global society, with the world's cultures far more integrated than they are today. In the past, cities or countries would mostly keep to themselves, but with the advent of different forms of transportation, people were able to move more freely between cities and countries and their respective cultures. Even today, we can see the beginning of this global civilization. Rather than hundreds of independent countries representing themselves, we have economic blocs like the European Union and NAFTA, within which individual countries may dislike some of their co-members, but work together for the benefit of the whole. We can see that world culture is becoming more universal. Almost everywhere you go in the world, you'll find the same luxury brands, similar musical taste, and recreational activities. We have global sports competitions such as the Olympics and various World Series, which stands in contrast to historical competitions that took place between local groups or tribes rather than foreign nations. The internet has allowed us to communicate ideas with unparalleled freedom, and the spread of information is instantaneous, creating a worldwide network of news, media, and cultural trends. A Type 1 civilization will likely have a common language. In today's society, many educated or wealthy people speak English in addition to their native tongue, which leads many to speculate that English will become the global standard language, allowing for even easier communication between nations. As this new world culture develops, economies will flourish, we'll likely experience an overall increase in quality of life, and the scientific discoveries of nations working together should pave the way to greater and greater technology, eventually allowing humanity to progress to a Type 2 civilization. Of course, even though we're witnessing the first baby steps toward a multicultural Type 1 civilization, there are a number of serious obstacles to overcome if humanity is to succeed. There are groups that are absolutely opposed to a global society. These groups pose a major threat not only to the birth of a Type 1 civilization, but also to the continued existence of humanity. The proliferation of nuclear weapons and the fact that they've fallen into very dangerous hands represents perhaps the biggest stumbling block to global advancement. The reason for such resistance to building a global society is motivated either by radicalism or an outright hatred of the commingling of Western culture with other parts of the world. The reason for this is that isolationist or radical philosophy stands in direct opposition to the characteristics of a Type 1 civilization. Characteristics such as tolerance, multiculturalism, and investment and trust in science. So while it's not guaranteed that humanity will be able to jump these hurdles and emerge a fully fledged Type 1 civilization, we seem to be laying the groundwork and moving in the right direction. Only time will tell if humanity as a species is bound for even greater achievements among the stars. Look at this number. That's a lot of money. Specifically, that's the amount of money I would have spent on my videos if I had bought stock footage from a traditional stock site. Luckily for me, I'm able to get all my stock footage from Storyblocks. Storyblocks is the first and only stock media company offering unlimited free downloads of member library content for a modest annual fee. With a Storyblocks subscription, you'll also have access to the Marketplace, an awesome feature for Storyblocks members that gives you access to millions of digital assets that are continually contributed by artists from around the world. The Marketplace is a la carte, and prices start as low as $3.99 for full usage rights of images and $49 for video, and 100% of the sales revenue goes directly to the artist. Since I started using Storyblocks this past April, I've downloaded 205 stock footage clips from the member library to use in my videos. Thanks to my membership, every single one of those 205 clips cost me $0. Had I chosen to buy stock footage from other sites, I would have had to spend over $16,000 to produce my videos, and that's something most creators simply can't afford. So whether you already have your own YouTube channel, or you're thinking of starting one but don't have a camera, or if you're in any branch of video production, definitely give Storyblocks a try. I can easily say that signing up with Storyblocks has been one of the best investments I've made for my channel, and I've used assets from the member library in almost every video since getting my subscription. If you want to take your production value to the next level, follow the link in the description below to start your exclusive 7-day free trial with Storyblocks, and download unlimited assets from their member library for your next project. This isn't a publicly available trial, so be sure to go check it out. It's a great way to show your support for Second Thought, and gives you unlimited access to the Storyblocks member library for a full week with no strings attached. Follow the link on your screen or in the description below to sign up for your 7-day free trial today. If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe and click the little bell to join the notification squad. You can binge watch the rest of my content by clicking here, or if you're in the mood for something a little different, come watch me play games with a friend on my new gaming channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.